Do you ever think about the sources of energy you use every day? When you turn on the lights, when you plug your cell phone in to recharge, you're using electricity. When you hop in your car, get on the bus, heat your home, you're relying on fossil fuels, mostly oil and natural gas. Those two parts of the economy, the part that runs on electricity and the part that doesn't, they're important to think about, and they're moving in different directions. Minnesota's electricity system is changing, and it's getting better all the time. A third of all of America's coal plants are now scheduled to retire, and Minnesota's been leading the way. Wind energy and solar energy are now beating coal in the market on price alone, and over the next 2 decades are expected to dominate all construction of new power supply in America. Oil and gas are changing too, but for the worse. We're more dependent on hard-to-find oil in low quality, in dangerous places. Natural gas, too, is reliant on hydraulic fracturing, emits large amounts of greenhouse gases and risks to our water supply. At Fresh Energy, we're thinking about the energy solutions that lead us to a clean and efficient modern energy system. And we're increasingly realizing that maybe the answer is an all-electric world, an economy that runs mostly on electricity. The big idea is, let's gradually shift over more of the energy we use in our lives over to the electric system. And at the same time, let's systematically get the pollution out as we shift to wind power and solar power and other energy sources that are pollution-free. Now, making that big a change requires some big thinking. And that's what we're talking about here. What if all the cars in our community ran on wind power and solar power, and all the buses too? What if our homes and our buildings were so energy efficient that we could heat them with heat pumps that use very little electricity? And big solutions like that are not as far away as you think. Electric cars are already available, family cars that are affordable, that get 100 miles a gallon or more, and can fill up on wind power in the middle of the night while you're sleeping. And some power companies are already offering heat pump water heaters that also can use wind power at night or solar power in the day. These new energy efficient technologies aren't just clean and better, they're incredibly efficient. The whole electricity system does not have to be built so big that we can all use energy all at the same time. Let's use digital technologies to pace our energy use over the whole day and the whole night, matching up our needs to power our car or power our home or heat our water with the times of the day that the wind is blowing and the sun is shining. These natural batteries are the regular technologies of our lives. When Fresh Energy first began working on energy policy 25 years ago, our electric system was 2/3 to 3/4 coal, and it's hard to imagine we would have ever advocated for using more electricity. But when electricity is domestic and reliable and local and increasingly clean and increasingly affordable, we should start thinking about running our whole economy on electricity. A key message from Fresh Energy has always been use electricity efficiently, and that's not going to change. But with these new technologies and new innovations, there's a bargain to be made. Let's run our economy on electricity. Let's run Minnesota's economy on clean, renewable electricity. And let's run the world that way too.